Cancer. Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. My brothers and sisters, welcome to your 4 directions reading for the Lionsgate, the new solar year, the celestial alignment, star Sirius, which is 26 times larger than our sun, but farther away, but rises with our sun, begins to rise with our sun. The dog star, as it is known, which notes the dog days of summer, which is why it becomes so hot. August 8th is the actual Lionsgate portal, the celestial alignment. It is said that you can see, as these days approach, you can see the star Sirius rising with our sun during sunrise. It's a small red dot. On the horizon, rising with the sun. So this is a great time for new beginnings and to really come into our power, that Leo energy, heal our heart, come into great power, bravery, courage. So I just want to do this reading so we can see where we're at for this new solar year. And so we'll ask the angels, the ancestors, the divine guides and spirit, all of benevolent, loving, high frequency, high vibrational energy. We're asking for a clear, precise, and protected message. Please protect this portal as it is opened as we communicate with you, to keep out any lower or dark energies that may try to sabotage us. We appreciate, honor, and are in gratitude and appreciation for the divine assistance, love, and messages for our highest good and manifestation. And again, great gratitude and great appreciation. Amen. So we're going to take, again, animal totem for the collective of Cancer, please. What animal messenger has a message for the collective of Cancer? And we're going to leave this here. We ain't gonna talk about this until we all done, but I wanted to pull it first so we can see how it all comes together. Next up, we have the Native Heart Healing Oracle deck based off of Indigenous Wisdom Lakota. And the Lakota people, from what little I know, but what I have done in my own experience with their ancestors, their star ancestors, they believe that they come from a race of star beings. They are the descendants that called the Dakota, a planet called Dakota. The people are called Dakota, and essentially they're like an intergalactic, indigenous tribe. I'll leave it there. And the Lakota believe that's where you get South Dakota, North Dakota. The Lakota believe that they are they're the star children. They are the descendants of these beings. So I love this deck, especially because I identify with the star seed prophecy. So we're going to go the 4 directions, the 4 great powers within. Based off of the Lakota wisdom is wisdom, illumination, innocence, and introspection. Basically mind, soul, heart, and physical body. Wow. Yeah. And ooh, yes. So northeast, southwest, we have all of these. How beautiful. The Orion Stargate. And this is perfect for the bottom of the deck, which is the overall energy of the cards, these cards from this deck on the table, this is water energy. And it's funny because Orion is and the planet Mintaka from the Orion star system, a planet said to be once upon a time. The Orion Wars are supposedly where the legend, the inspiration for Star Wars came from. The Orion Wars, and the planet Mintaka was a planet with water, a planet of water that was so clear you could see for miles underwater. That's how clear it was. Beautiful. Anywho, so this is water energy. This is emotional intelligence, kindred spirits. This is like a light body. Actually, let's read it. Let's read Orion Stargate. Because it's our element. freedom of expression, emotional intelligence, and like-minded connections. This mandala has come to remind you of the stardust that creates your very being. The stargate within this mandala is a direct entry point to travel within the Orion constellation. Surrounding the stargate are symbols that send forth light codes to further awaken your crystalline being. This card indicates that you are an advanced initiate on your path, your cardinal water, of course. By advanced, this mandala simply suggests that your physical self has become more of a light body. Yep. Excuse me, my throat chakra must be speaking some truth, because suddenly oh, excuse me. Suddenly my throat chakra is tickling. By advance, this mandala simply suggests that your physical self has become more of a light body. And with all of the light energy, the geomagnetic storms, the solar flares, which is why we have all these heat waves, we have a lot of light energy coming in, which there's light codes, there's information. You know, we don't just process vitamin D. We process a lot from the sun. Some of you may spend some time in sun and you come home, not even that much time, and you feel so tired because the sun is healing you. It's sending you information, codes. Anywho, you may utilize this mandala to contact the Orion constellation through meditation. There are beings there who are ready and willing to assist you in your evolution, should you choose to make the journey. And if you look on the other side of the stargate, you can see an angel or an ancestor. There's definitely a being of some sort on the other side waiting. Now, I want to say two things. I want to say one, these cards, you can stop this video and you can meditate on this card, and the sacred geometry is going to tell a story, and things are going to change and they're going to come out to you. It's absolutely beautiful. Second, and all of these cards, you can do that with all of these cards. They're mandalas. The Native Heart Healing Oracle is a card of mandalas that are meant to heal, to raise your vibration, the colors, everything. And the second thing I want, I think that's the first thing I said. The second thing I want to say is always use your discernment. Interesting, we just had a flash there. Always use your discernment. I do these readings, but this is always about you. What I love is when I do my readings and people are like, I knew that. I've been feeling that. I've been thinking that. You just confirmed so many things. Yeah, because it's not about me. It's about you. It's about, it's about all of us, and it is about me, but it's not about me or my gifts or my talents or my abilities. It's about you, tuning into your higher self, turning into the divine guidance and love that is all around you and has always been. That's what this is about. A good therapist, you go to a good therapist, you shouldn't need a good therapist for that long. A good therapist should teach you what you need to know, help you fix what you need to fix, and send you on your way. And that's me. That's what I want to help. I want to help you to realize that the things that you have been, because they've been there, they've been in your intuition. You've noticed them. You just haven't acknowledged. Like it's very subtle. So then when I do the readings, people are like, "Oh my God, I felt this. I knew this. I thought this. You just confirm what I've. Yeah, because I'm just trying to. That's exactly what I'm trying to do. Trying to confirm for you. So you could be on your way. So my point in saying that, spiritual discernment is always still necessary, okay? When I say open up to the messages or be open, or there's a being on the other side of the stargate, just still practice your discernment, because the malevolent ones, the adversaries, that's why I said what I said in my prayer. I guess you could call it a prayer. More like setting my intention, like where we're going, what we're doing. I'm not reaching out to any old spirit out there that's just out there hanging around the space to give me answers. I'm looking for those that are benevolent, those who are helpers, those who are high vibrational, those who come from love, those who are your ancestors, because you are everything that You are the strongest of you're here. And you made it here because your ancestors walked here before you. So, anywho, practice your discernment. If something doesn't feel good or something doesn't feel right, don't let it in. Don't engage with it. And you're talking to somebody who has had visitations, has dealt with shadow people, who has walked the spiritual journey. So I'm not just somebody talking out my neck. It's very important. Especially you water signs, especially cardinal water, because we are the crab, because we live between two worlds. We are cardinal water. We are the conduit between two worlds. That's what water is. It's a conduit. So we especially have to be very, and especially with our highly sensitive, empathic Jedi nature. And the more you grow, and the more knowledge you have, the more bright your light gets, the more things that are going to try to throw you off course, get in your way, turn you around. Okay, I'm rambling, but I wanted to make that clear, because I'm not telling you ever to just open up to anything and everything. But there is an ancestor, an angel. Some of you, this is water energy. So you have made ancestors, connections, starseed, prophecy, information. There's that. So this is the energy of our reading. Finally, this mandala asks you to connect with the water elements, both physically and energetically. Connect physically by swimming in natural water sources and increasing your pure water intake. On an energetic level, there is much for you to master with the water elementals, so take the time to connect through the below meditation, and there is a meditation. Throat chakra. Oh, that's why my throat chakra is going off. That's one of the actual sacred, the elements. So that, I was going to say, because it's blue, and I almost said that it's got the same blue energy as the throat chakra card, and there it is right there. Water element, channeling celestial beings, and deep sleep. And this is so perfect, Cancer. It's water, it's channeling. This is who you are. And getting in touch with your water element, and getting in touch with the tribe of water. And, all the other planets in your chart affect you and make you different than all the other water signs. Make you unique to each and every other water sign. The time you were born. And I do readings, so you can contact me and we could talk about it. All right, let's do this. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, interesting. Oh, I love it. I freaking love it. Joyful action. It is time to take joyful action. It is time to do something, create something, manifest something. I love it. Queen of the Moon Oracle, guiding through lunar and seasonal changes. Joyful action. Love it. All right, so let's just start up here at the north, which is your wisdom, your choices, what's going on in your, your energy there. We have the 4 directions, which this is about. It's, it's time to choose a new direction, a new path. It's time to make a new plan. It's time to assess where you are and where you want to go. The 4 directions, which is interesting because that's the reading we're doing, and you have a Cancer, a fellow Cancer who's doing the reading. So already synchronistic. I just won number 22. How many of you are seeing, the 22 energy? Yep, weigh your options, make a new plan and a combined approach. Journey within, the universe within and without. 7 main chakras, 7 directions, 4 elements, ceremony, journey, the rainbow ray, which is about abundance, perception, vision. And we have fear here. Fear was the card that came out with the 4 directions, assessing a new plan, weighing your options. Fear blocks flow. And this is a card that's telling you to be courageous in the face of fear, to just have courage. To be afraid, to have fear is normal. It's how Do you let the fear control you? Do you let it trap you? Do you let it imprison you? Do you let it paralyze you? Do you let it immobilize you? Because that's that devil energy. You know, this is about having courage in the face of your fears, not letting your fears overwhelm, control you, run you, your anxiety, you know, like I said, put you in a cage. Fear blocks flow. The flow, so is there something you're afraid of? Have you been afraid to, you know, go in a new direction, to make a new plan? Have you been afraid to look at where you're at, where you've come from? We're going to find out, because now we have the Light Seers Tarot. And again, it's time to take joyful action. Remember, this card is here. Joyful action in the face of this fear. Okay. Wow. Beautiful. I mean, Cancer, the Magician on the bottom of the deck. You are the Magician. You are powerful. You are a creator. You are a manifester. Look at, oh my God. I was going to say, the tattoo on the arm kind of looks like the Stargate, but a little different. You have everything you need, and you have the power to manifest, to experience magic and mystery. You have gifts and abilities and talents that you may not even have discovered, but it's time to take joyful action. Mm-hmm. Love it. And it looks like, you know, it looks like he or she, they are sitting in front of a pool of water, a mysterious pool of water. So again, here's this spending time next to water, spending time near water, engaging, getting to know your element. And that's your power. That's how you're the magician. We are cardinal water. We are the spark. We are the originators. We are the innovators. But what came up was we had fear, and then we have the Six of Cups that came up with. This is your energy. I don't know if this fear has something to do with pain from the past, from your childhood. Something from the past coming back to haunt you. You know, the Six of Cups in this particular deck with the imagery is about, you know, your past, present, and future self. So you have your past and your present self. You know, who, or this could be your future self. I don't know. It's past, present, and future self. I know that. But this is about healing the past, healing childhood energy, caring for your inner child, your journey and everything that you've felt and learned and experienced along the way, and how that's affecting and shaping your future. So for some of you, for us, I'm feeling that this is why we need to assess where we're at, weigh our options, and make a new plan, because there's an energy from the past that's keeping us from moving forward, and it has something to do with being afraid, or maybe we were taught to be afraid. We picked up fear and anxiety. It's interesting too, because fear blocks flow, and then we get our energy, water energy, Six of Cups. You know, and when they say past, present, and future self, it's like if you're focusing on what's happened in the past and the fear, you're bringing the past into your present, which is creating your future. Very interesting. I feel like that's gonna resonate more when we come back. So that's north, that's wisdom, and south, which is innocence and emotional energy, and you know, your feelings. We have the base chakra. And this is a card of abundance. This is a card of, here, I want to get into this card real quick, because first, let's talk about, I'm going to go to a different book though, and I just want to read it, because this is, actually this book was why I was having, the root chakra is the reason why I bought this book myself. Very interesting. The first of the physical chakras is the root chakra. When the chakra largely responsible for how safe and secure you feel. Oh wow. So now again, this is balancing the fear. It's time to choose a new direction than looking to the past, speaking to the past, your childhood memories. You know, moving forward, creating something new. It's time to move past that fear and security, how safe and secure you feel. And there's some of you, there's a new direction coming, and maybe you haven't felt that safe and secure, and it had something to do with your upbringing, your childhood, a relationship from the past, decisions that you've made from the past that are affecting you right now in the present. So when the root chakra is out of harmony, there is an inability to trust nature. We also feel ungrounded, feel disconnected from Mother Earth. And it's interesting because the magician is what? Sitting tailbone, root chakra right on the earth next to water. We have an inability to trust nature. We also feel ungrounded, feel disconnected from Mother Earth, have issues around tribal beliefs, our identity in relationship to tribal consciousness. Our family wounds, do not feel secure in the knowledge that our most basic primal needs are being met, such as food, shelter, clothing, and love. Function out of fear and feel unsafe. It's interesting. Function out of fear. Like some of you are you know, you're highly sensitive children, and sometimes you end up having a parent who is the opposite of a highly sensitive person, and you become their target. I just wanted to throw that out there. That's specific for those out there, but this is family wounds and functioning out of fear. So some kind of family wounds have affected you, and it's time to go in a new direction. Six of Cups, Cancer energy. That's beautiful. So when the root chakra is in harmony, we are profoundly connected to nature, feel grounded, trust in the natural laws. We are the magician when we are grounded in our root chakra energy. Period. And then there's that infinity symbol. That's what the flow. Remember, the flow. Fear blocks flow. Afraid to use your power. You know, maybe that's for a lot of you, it's time to use your gifts. Because I always say, you know, Cancers are the natural Jedis. Naturally intuitive, naturally, you know, feelings and trust. Naturally, you know, we have a protective shield that we put around us that can keep the ocean out when we want to and protect that soft flesh. And the ocean is like trillions of pounds. Right? Shell creatures. We rule over shell creatures. That's what we do. We have a protective mechanism. We're able to move with the ebb and flow of life. So base chakra work for some of y'all needs to be done. I know it needs to be done for me. We also come from a place of understanding that we will always be provided for. That we are connected to our tribal consciousness and family in healthy ways, and we feel safe. I'm feeling ending ancestral curses. So much is resonating. Profoundly connected and trusting in the natural laws of manifestation, of our magic, of that we have everything that we need to create, to manifest. We have all of it. The cups, the wands, the swords, and the pentacles. So this is, other names is the first chakra, the base chakra. Location at the perineum, between the genitals and the anus, the base of the spine. which again, look how this person is sitting. Their root chakra is connected to Mother Earth. Color, red. Location, we got it. Element, earth. Affirmation, I am. Glands, adrenals. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Physical body parts. The physical body, base of spine, legs, bones, feet, rectum, immune system, large intestine, and teeth. Life lesson: to feel safe and secure in the physical plane, to manifest our basic needs, and to cultivate healthy physical sexuality. Physical dysfunction: chronic lower back pain, sciatica, varicose veins, rectal tumors, cancer, hemorrhoids, constipation, degenerative arthritis, knee problems, depression, immune-related disorders, and weight problems. Yep. Meditate on this. Again, you can stop this and meditate, and all the sacred geometry is gonna come alive. There's like hidden shapes, and it tells a story. It really does. But there's balancing, clearing, meditations. There's music, sleep music, 10-minute or 10-hour. Things, and you know what it is, what YouTube is, but I'm just saying, just working with this base chakra, listening to that music, taking 10 minutes a day, looking at this mandala of the base chakra, and just see what happens. Why not? It's free. I'm not charging nobody for that. Physical, mental, emotional issues. Physical, family, and group safety and security. Ability to provide for life's necessities. Ability to stand up for self. Possible causes of energy blocks. Catch this, Cancer. Fear of being alive and guilt. Crystals: ruby, garnet, black tourmaline, bloodstone, hematite, obsidian, onyx, red jasper, lotus stone, smoky quartz, and fire agate. Essential oils: myrrh, vetiver, sandalwood, patchouli, and spikenard. Right? I mean, how synchronistic can you get? So some of us are dealing with some deep-rooted fears and issues about life, and it some of us had narcissistic parents growing up, and it's being highly sensitive people, being empaths naturally, and there's a fear of trusting ourselves, of living, because that's what happens when you have a narcissistic parent. They undermine your trust in your own tuition, your ability to move forward and become an adult and do for yourself. So very interesting. 6 of Cups and fear. Wow. Yeah. And look what we got that came out with it. The extremes. The hot moon. This is dealing with those kind of challenges, those kind of energies, your fears, your anxieties, situations that come up in life that challenge us, that test us, that can weigh us down. But this is a card of finding balance, staying centered, staying balanced, which is so, Cancer, yin and yang, 69, that's what we do. We find balance, and that's what we're here to do. We're here to be the Jedi. We're here to find the balance between, the gray area between the yin and the yang. We're here to really learn to balance our emotions and not control our emotions and not control us. And this is a card of being graceful, staying calm, staying peaceful. And it's interesting that, you have this hot moon, this red color. I believe the hot moon was is in summertime. I think it's June or July. I can't remember. You can look it up, the hot moon, full moon energy in this card. But handling extremes and challenges and adversities with peace, balance, and grace. Because sometimes when we go through things and we flip all out and we make a huge scene and we're all dramatic, and then we get through the other side, we get through it, and we're like, oh man, I kind of knew, I should have known, I should have had the faith that it was going to work out. I should have had the faith that it was just a test. And then, when you do have that faith, it changes the energy, it changes the outcome, meaning like you feel more powerful, you feel more in tune when you stay calm, you stay focused, and you go through the storms. Be the peace in the middle of the storm. Love it. And then we have, yeah, 3 of Wands. More fire energy, more hotness. Base chakra, 3 of Wands. Fire energy. Gemini, I'm sorry, not Gemini. Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. And this is, you know, the star Sirius. The Lion's Gate is in, you know, the season of Leo. But this is growing and expanding. Opening to larger possibilities. This is your ships are coming in. Let me just real quick. Let's talk about, oh, where did my book go? Hello, how do I, oh, it's like, how do I lose things in front of my face? I don't understand. Base chakra. So I read you the other part, the healing part, so you can see where you are with your base chakra, depending on what you resonated with, what, you know, symptoms, ailments, whatever. But this is primal force, fertility, and abundance. Stop it. The base chakra mandala brings you grounding energy from the depths of the night sky. You were born via a divine spark from the distant constellations you call home. So some of you, Orion is your constellation. And I have a deep affinity for Orion. Deep. The tall ones are guiding you to remember that a tree without deep roots will not flourish, as it will be in survival mode. The same is true for everyone. The energy of surviving no longer serves you. As you anchor deeper and embrace your physical foundation, you will find joy in welcoming the thriving energy that comes from being grounded. Welcoming the thriving energy that's coming in, the abundance. Three of Wands is get ready, get prepared, because your ships are coming in. You will find joy in welcoming the thriving energy that comes from being grounded. The deeper the roots, the higher the climb, the greater the view. Surrender to the gift of your human self. The higher the climb, the greater the view. I mean, to me, it looks like she's standing on a cliff overlooking the ocean. She can see everything coming towards her. She can see her blessings coming in. She can see past these extremes. Beautiful. I mean, beautiful, beautiful reading. So illumination, which is your, you know, your spiritual guidance, your, you know, inspiration, you know, your soul energy. I love it. You have the spirit of the bear, which is another constellation, the Great Bear constellation. I believe it's the Big Dipper, but don't quote me on that. But the Great Bear constellation is said, this is earth energy too. The bear is earth energy, so it's just very interesting. And it's like they say that every soul that comes to earth has to pass through that portal. Beautiful. So we have the spirit of bear. And this is about a solo effort, a retreat, and strength in vulnerability. Sometimes when people are vulnerable, they think that strong people who consider themselves strong, you know, they think that they're never allowed to have vulnerability. That's a lie. No matter how strong you are, there's always going to be a time that you are vulnerable. And that's the time when other people who love and care about you come in and they're the wind beneath your wings. Even though you might be the wind beneath everyone else's wings most of the time, there are times that you need it. So let people do it for you. Allow them, you know, that divine service, and allow yourself to be vulnerable so you can get your strength back. And this is also a solo effort, a retreat. This, you may need, some of us, I'm feeling, may need time to, you know, take care of ourselves, to nourish ourselves. We might need to, you know, go solo, hibernate, you know, be a hermit for a little while and nourish ourselves. You know, this card of nourishment is giving yourself what you need, whatever it is. And look, there's more water hanging off the moon. So some of us need to drink more water. We need to eat better foods. Even if it's just a day or two where you just, you know, nourish yourself with good things. This is also a card of being aware of your jealousy and your envy. Because when you're jealous or envious of somebody, that means there's just something inside of you that's not being nourished or fed. And this is a spirit of bear. You know, the bear, they go into hibernation. And when the bear, this is about going on a solo retreat and coming out with fresh ideas and fresh perspective and a new direction, because you have the 4 directions here. And again, this is illumination. This is where you're being guided by, you know, the universe, by spirit. Nourish yourself, take care of yourself, take time and retreat. If you're feeling vulnerable or you're feeling weak, maybe some of you need to rest. You need to maybe disconnect from the world a little bit and just take care of yourself. And we have, and some of you, I'm feeling too some sexual energy, because we have Knight of Wands, and this is a card, again, Knight of Wands. This is the same energy, joyful action. You know, it's really time, and for some of us, it's really time to get in shape. And look, the 7 July, it's really time to get in shape. It's really time to start nourishing ourselves physically, properly. And we have the Knight of Wands. It's time. It's time to take action. It's time to, you know, maybe some of us have been in a retreat, have been solo, and it's time for us to, you know, we have the 4 directions. Remember, assess a new plan, weigh our options. It's time to go. It's time, you know, and the Knight of Wands is just passionate, exciting energy, getting fired up, taking action, change coming in. When a knight comes on the scene, there's a change that's going to happen. Something's going to change, something's going to happen. And this is just fire energy, and it's like we're in Leo season with the Lion's Gate. Lots of fire energy here, fire and water. I was just telling Aries, I'm like, water always comes up in your readings. But yeah, something is coming towards you. And you know, the thing that I love is over here in the physical, we have more earth energy here. We have, and this is really important. I'm getting many messages here, so I'm just saying whatever resonates with you, take it. What doesn't, it's not for you. We have 3 here energy. We have the Star Child. So some of you are definitely star children. You are definitely here to help raise the vibration of Earth. You're here to be a conduit for the higher vibrations and the higher frequencies, so we can raise the frequency of Earth, the starseed prophecy. When the first atomic bomb was dropped, Mother Earth sent out a clarion call to the universe stating that she needed her vibration, she needed help. So volunteers left their frequencies, their dimensions, their realms. They came, beings that had already evolved, the best of the best. And they volunteered to incarnate here because of the law of non-interference. You have to be born in here. You have to be born as a human. It can't be outside interference. And they're born within with certain gifts and abilities and insights and energies to help raise the vibration of Earth, because that atomic energy that's, you know, dropping bombs is not, say not good, no bueno, right? But the Star Child, this is you awakening and discovering new gifts and abilities. Some of you have star children. You're parents to star children, recognizing and mentoring their gifts and abilities. This resonates. Again, the internet the world is at your fingertips, you know. And so we have this base chakra, and they were talking about the grounding and the foundations and the trees. And sometimes a lot of starseeds, we have homesickness. I just got chills up my leg. I suffered from the homesickness. That was one of the things that really, I didn't understand why I was so homesick. I was so homesick for a place I had never been, and I never knew. But I was always homesick. I used to say all the time, I just want to go home. I just want to go home. And one day I was like, why do you keep saying that? You're at home. What are you talking about? And so some of you may feel homesick. And that's why the base chakra is here. That's why you're not flourishing. You're not grounding yourself. You're not manifesting your abundance, because you're still looking back. Right? You're still looking at your past life. And another thing I want to say, I know this is really long, but this is really important. A lot of times star children are born with and they have an adversarial relationship with one or both of their parents. And it's because they're your human parents, they're your earth parents, but I'll just leave that alone. But so you have an adversarial relationship, which adds to that family conflict. But this is also a card of a new journey, an adventure, and you have the 4 directions here. Going in a new direction, making a new plan, assessing where you're at and where you want to go. And, there's an adventure, an awakening to your gifts and abilities. And what do we have with the Star Child? Well, we have the unexpected, the blue moon card. So you have the hot moon, the blue moon. I love this card. This is expect the unexpected. This is that when you wish upon a star card. This is asking something unexpected. And, the 6 of Cups is here and the unexpected, which are both cards of someone returning from the past. But that's not for everyone. But that can be an energy for someone. Someone is returning from the past. And it could be somebody from your soul family. It could be someone that you have a deep connection, because remember we had this like-minded connections. So some of you may definitely be coming across people from other star seeds, water tribe star seeds. You might come across someone, a soulmate, or but just hey, not for everybody. But the unexpected, this is something unexpected, something that you never dreamed was possible, something just out of the blue. Remember, we have an adventure, a beginning, an awakening here. I mean, this could be money, this could be an adventure, an opportunity, a divine experience. But this is, I want to read the unexpected, because the unexpected is such a beautiful card. No matter how well you plan, there is always room for the unexpected to occur. Build your resilience as rare occurrences can happen. A visitor you have not seen in a long time may re-enter your life. I trust in myself and in life. And that has, again, remember with the base chakra, that has a lot to do with it. Trusting in yourself, building those roots, those tree roots and foundation could change a lot of things for you. I know that sounds really negative at the beginning, but in an old farmer's almanac, a blue moon was described as the 3rd full moon in a season that has 4 full moons. The newer and now more accepted description is that a blue moon is when there are 2 full moons in 1 calendar month. Either way, it is a rare occurrence and has inspired the saying, once in a blue moon, when describing an event or behavior that only happens rarely. The energy and power of the blue moon can best be taken advantage of by setting intentions on these moons of things that you really want but have never felt could happen. But you have a power. Look at, you got Star Child, someone with rare gifts and abilities, and you have the Magician that came out. And the Magician represents the beginning. It's number 1 in the major arcana, the beginning of an adventure, a beginning of the journey of the story. I refer to big wishes, the almost miracle stuff we would be both delighted and surprised about if it manifested. After setting blue moon intentions, though, don't sit there hoping it will just happen. Try to take clear, practical steps, joyful action, taking action. The Wands is an energy of creation. Starting something new, creating something new, getting all fired up. Try to take clear, practical steps towards these big, seemingly faraway intentions and help the universe along. Some of us love surprises, some of us don't, but I don't think anyone can go through life without sometimes having the unexpected happen to them. While some professions in particular, such as the military and medicine, try to plan for everything that could go wrong, life sometimes finds a way to outsmart the most thorough of plans. This is simply life. Although it is important for us to know where, how, and why we are traveling down a particular path, we should always make room for and expect the unexpected. And it's interesting because the stone is benitoite, a very rare blue gem. And so the blue moon, and we're moon children on top of that. once in a blue moon. You may be the rare occurrence, my friend. But you know what's the universe, God, you guys crack me up. You guys crack me up because the universe knows that in my mind, the Seven of Pentacles is the starseed card because it has seven stars. You know, in the original Rider-Waite deck, it's 7, you know, pentacles, stars, 7 stars. And there's that soil, that's that base chakra, those roots that they were talking about, planting those roots. And there's the abundance, honey. The harvest. You're about to receive the blessings. You're about to receive the harvest, the fruits of your labor, the seeds that you have sown. Look at that. Everything we just read about the base chakra, about the roots and the trees, a tree with strong roots, and the base chakra representing abundance. And look it. You have the magic, Cancer. You have gifts and abilities. And you know it. The way, you know, with water, with nature, with animals. That's a beautiful thing. Yeah, expect the unexpected. Expect the things, the seeds that you planted in your dreams and in real life, the things that you wish for and wanted for. Expect the unexpected. And again, the miracle, the abundance. All right. Yeah, because your ships are coming in, right? The Knight of Wands is here. This is just such exciting energy. So your animal totem is the caribou. So be conscious and aware of how the caribou comes into your reality, because it's a confirmation, an affirmation, and a message from the divine. So caribou is cycle of life, rebirth, and abundance. I don't, you know what? What? Of course it is. The cycle of life. It's time. The cycle, the tides have turned. They've changed. There's a new cycle. It's time to assess a new direction, because you're not the same person. You're not this person trapped in fear by the past, by someone from the past, a relationship from the past, family members. That's not you. This is what's been blocking you from manifesting. This fear. And maybe, you know, especially as some of the star children, you know, really investing, you're here now in this life. Yes, you may be homesick. Yes, you may have come from somewhere else. Yes, you may remember. Yes, it may be painful. And yes, Earth is effing different. Yes, it is. I've known that since I was a little girl. Like, where is this place on the star map? What the heck? You can't tell the truth. You can't. People are in bondage, oppression, you know what I mean? Yin and yang, that's what it is. But we came from a different frequency where we have evolved past these issues. So it was very hard for a lot of us to really ground ourselves into being here on Earth. We feel different. We feel out of place. We feel like we don't belong. But you are being implored to plant your roots so you can receive this what? Abundance, this rebirth, a new cycle of life. So the caribou make long annual migrations and are associated with the cycle of life. The Inuit peoples believe that as the caribou return to them each season, so did souls return to Earth after death, taking the form of the beast, of either beast or human. And that's, remember we talked about this, all souls pass through the spirit of bear, the Big Dipper, I believe it is. In the painting, different animals, including a polar bear, ox, ram, and goose, appear within the body of the caribou. This composite signifies the kinship of all life and recalls the Inuit belief in the universal soul. That's deep. So pay attention to how caribou come in. I had a friend who, she got the caribou card, and I told her the same thing after I did her reading. And she texted me 30 minutes later, like, I was watching Jimmy Kimmel, and their featured guest tonight told the whole story about his experience with the caribou. And I was like, dang, girl, it's only been like 30 minutes. You already got affirmation, confirmation. So again, be aware, pay attention to the universe confirming and affirming their divine message to you, Cancer. Spend time near water. Spend time grounding yourself and working on that base chakra, because it's time to align with your future. And we can sometimes we get stuck in the past and past feelings, don't we, Cancer? We get stuck back here, things in our childhood. Fears, worries, anxieties, feeling insecure, feeling that we can't do it. And sometimes that's something that was taught to us in our upbringing, and sometimes we brought that with us, or things that we've experienced in life. But wow, expect the unexpected, Star Child, a brand new beginning, and you are magic. I think that was one of your last readings. And then you have this earth energy. I love it. I love it. All right, Cancer, I love you. Be well and be magic. Be joyful action. Be the magician.